What it is, party people. Here we are for episode number 4 of Dungeons and Dragons with a pretty BA crew. We've got the hold here, which everybody has worked on. That we've refurnished Lisa's hold. We'll get into that in a second. First, I want to introduce everybody. We've got Sergeant Whiskey playing Conovar. We've got
Yo.
Harambe playing Vladorian. We've got Walker playing Jenks. We've got MX playing Norster. Boondle playing Bundiru. Real creative name there. And Marala playing Aurelia. You guys want to introduce yourselves and say a little bit about your characters? Start with Sergeant Whiskey.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, Conover. He's a fighter, human fighter. After a tragic accident out in the fishing skiff with his father, he was thrown from a vessel. He was picked up by pirates, raised on their ship for 5 years, and now is making his own way into the wide world on his own. Yeah.
Those good times. All right. How about Harambe? Give us a little intro for Vlad.
Uh, you know, being him doing his thing.
He's a half elf, right?
Yes, he's a half elf ranger. Steal from the rich to get to the poor, minus the stealing part.
And the giving part.
In the giving part. Yeah, yeah, right. All right, cool. I hear he impresses the ladies. The ladies love it. All right, Walker. How about Jenks? Give us a little scoop on him.
Jenks is a thief who came from nobility but shunned the lifestyle and has made his living wooing maidens and stealing from their husbands.
Gotcha. Does Harambe have anything to say about the wooing of the maidens?
No, he doesn't. Let's just move on. These are character intros, not what characters have done.
Oh, okay. Not character history. I see. I see. How about MX? You want to give us a little bit about Norster?
Yeah, Norster's a human paladin. Grew up a troubled youth, sent to a monastery at a very young age. Upon leaving that monastery, dedicated his life to be a paladin. Took the name of the monastery as his own, and is now stuck with 5 strangers.
Boom. All right. How about Boondle? Give us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm a dwarven paladin. I grew up military and became a, not to my knowledge, war hero, which I decided to leave before anybody knew I was alive. And I somehow ended up here with these 5 random people.
Gotcha. And Marala, give us a little bit on Aurelia.
Aurelia Braveheart. My mother was an elven druid, and my father was the human commander of Lord Melchior's forces. They disappeared when I was 6, and about 3 years later we discovered they'd been eaten by ghouls while on his mission. I was raised by my father's brother, and when they discovered I had a talent for healing, I was sent to the clerics for lessons. So
Awesome.
I became a cleric.
Awesome. Okay. I am going to really quickly. I noticed that I'm picking up the wrong window for the. I'm picking up the D&D pane, or I'm sorry, the DM pane for the the broadcast. There we go. Now we're looking at the right one. Awesome. Thank you so much. And Whiskey, do you have your story of where we are so far, and do you want to give that a quick read?
What do you mean, story of where we are so far?
I actually might have it recorded. The kind of like overview of Sheo and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I can. Give me a second. I can get it up, or if you want to do the recorded one, I think that one will be clearer, wouldn't it?
Yeah, let me see if I've got that in my downloads folder here. We've got yeah, here we go. let's go ahead and open that up, and we'll give it a play.
Gods, deities, beings of supreme knowledge and wisdom, kindness and wrath. Are they fathers and mothers to mortal beings, ready to love and scold, guide and mould lives? Or are they simply children
If
themselves
not, I
playing
can
the
read it out.
Sheo is no exception. You would be thought incredibly unlucky to catch the attention of this one. Mischievous and tricksy of nature, easily bored, sates his lust for excitement, meddling with the lives of mortal and lesser beings. It is at such a time Sheo brings together 6 strangers to unite them as one party. Now, is this an act of impulse?
Dead
from
air.
his
Dead
intention?
air.
It's actually playing.
Or is it an act of greater importance?
My bad.
You guys just
Will
can't.
Sheo prove to be a loving father or mother? Or simply a child, playing with his new toys?
There we go. That's a quick pre-recorded
Deities.
intro by Whiskey. Production value was not high there. I wasn't planning on that. So anyway, now here we are. We're in. Those that saw the previous episodes probably realized that this is a completely overhauled Lisa's Hold. So I want to kind of give a tour of that. And so I'm going to zoom out here real quick and show you guys kind of what we've done with the place. We turned the main area where you see our 6 heroes into a banquet hall. We can now see, what is that, 24 plus the original 6 for a total of 30 people in the banquet hall. That's going to be expensive. If we look in over here, we can zoom in. We took that back exit, and we've put a bookcase there with a candle holder that moves, that they can use to get out the back door if they need to. We've created a dining hall with a number of tables here. And back-to-back fireplaces. That was Norster's doing. MX had that idea. We've got a wine rack and various things. Throw out to Scott Florence there. We got our wine and cheeses for you. We've got a grand entryway with braziers and the red carpet, if you will, running all the way up to the main area there, which is where the dining hall is. We've got a sparring room over here. With a sparring ring where they can come and practice their fighting on each other, a chest for each person to put their stuff in. And then we have basically just a hallway over here that goes upstairs. And let me go ahead and, because of the snafu I had earlier, we got Jenks dancing on the table. I'm going to go ahead and drop my character on the other. Here we go, on the second floor. We added a second floor, which is loading up here. Looks like the guys have been drawing on this. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, I can't clear the text. That's unfortunate. I can't clear other people's texts with this character.
Oh, this is great.
You guys, with all of your various drawings, I know we've got Norser in the top left room. We've got Bundiru in the room labeled Shorty. We have Irelia in the second room from the left on the top, labeled Wizard, which is uncannily wrong. And then we have a guest room below that, and a guest room to the right of that, and a guest room to the right of that guest room. We've got Harambe, labeled Ape. That's rather unfortunate. In the top right,
That's
we've
so
got
racist.
racist against apes.
Speciest.
We've
Sorry.
got Walker with Jenks in the bottom right room, and then we've got Sergeant Whiskey with a counterpart to the left of that. Over here, we have a strategy room with a table with 8 chairs around it, even though there's only 6 players, and a couple of small desks. Nothing major going on here. Couldn't afford to furnish that room more fully. And then we have a study over to the left, where they can basically do research and work on spells and that kind of stuff, with a nice big arcane rug in the middle of it. And that, my friends, is the Hold. So this cost them some undisclosed amount of money. The laborers and carpenters and stonemasons and such that came to work on this place told them that they would send them a bill, which they will get maybe by the end of the episode.
Do we get a discount because the electricians didn't show up?
Well, that's why you got the braziers, right? Does anybody else have anything they want to say about this place? Let's go ahead and move back to the top floor. Dun, dun, dun. And we'll zoom back in on our heroes. Anybody have anything else they want to say before we continue on?
No, I'm ready to jump right in.
You ready to jump
Nope.
right in?
Let's go back to where we left off.
Sounds good. If everybody remembers correctly from the last episode, we left our heroes with a dragon that was attacking the Strand, which is the city that they started in, where the tavern was, where the deep dive was. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drop the players out on a map here that I've made. Go ahead and zoom in on it. Boom. And then we'll bring our players over to it. This is going to be a little bit more of a talky kind of episode. Oops, I just moved myself over there. There we go. Can everybody see the map?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, I put a lot of work into it. So basically, here we are. This is the world as we know it. This is basically everything that they've discovered. And currently we have Jenks back at Lisa's hold, and we have the other 5 party members out just outside of the Strand. And there is a dragon, as you can see, attacking the Strands. And I believe that they were panicking and yelling at each other about their strategy. So, if you will, guys, take it from here. What are you up to?
Well, I think the first thing we need to do is assess exactly what the dragon is doing, what is happening, before we move on from there.
I can get behind that. So you basically just want to observe what's going on?
I mean, we're still outside the city at the moment, so before we go running in,
Yep.
like, is it just swooping overhead? Is the city on fire, etc.?
Yeah, we don't want to go charging in to a situation that we don't fully understand.
Gotcha. And how do you feel about this, Norster?
Oh, I'm ready to go.
Oh God.
You're ready to go.
Here, Norster, have a biscuit.
All right.
No.
There are a few different possibilities that come to mind. This could be an illusion. It could be something else disguised as a dragon.
How far are we from that dragon? I mean, can he even sense that we're here?
I would say that if the dragon even cared about you, that he would be able to sense that you were here. Like, he can definitely see you if you were to look. You're probably only 500 yards outside of the city. And you are, just a group of 6 amongst probably about 1,000 people. And he was just laying waste to the city. You can see him take a flyby, like he'll just drop a burning kind of swath down the middle of the city. Every once in a while you'll see him grab like a guard or 2 and either bash them together or take a bite out of one and throw it. All of those kinds of things.
Dear Lord! Norster takes off running really fast.
Can I roll history or something to see if I can identify what type of dragon it is?
Sure. You're going to want to give me a nature check.
Can we all kind of roll that just to check?
Absolutely.
Well, Whiskey knows what it is.
Whiskey knows what it is. He's seen this dragon type of dragon before. Seems to be an adult to ancient dragon. It's a red dragon, so it's a fire dragon. And it's very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And if you'd like, everybody can go ahead and roll Arcana. I know Mirala had suggested that this might be an illusion. And so we'll have you roll Arcana to make sure to see if it's real or fake. Harambe is rather certain that this is very real. Sergeant Whiskey is convinced that it's a clown. And so is
Norster, no.
Norster's like, well, might be real, might not be, who knows. And so, but Whiskey is very certain that this is a real dragon. The threat is very real. And
Okay, did you say there's loads of people spilling out the city and that?
oh yeah,
Dying.
yep. People are just ducking for cover, making for the trees. There's a small collection of farms just to the east of the village, and you see a lot of people kind of going that way, looking for some sort of suffrage. You know, they're looking for a way out, basically. And Norster, you said you're going to take off.
Yeah, I'm heading towards the city as
Gotcha.
fast as I can.
Okay, I'm hot on his heels then, because if there's people in there hurting things, that's my main concern at the moment.
Sounds good. As Norster takes off towards the city, he's suddenly struck by a giant ray of light. Gets knocked flat on his back. He gets knocked back like maybe 5 feet. Lands on his back, and as he lands, the ray of light just kind of poofs up into what looks like an oak tree with mistletoe kind of swirling around it. And he's knocked out cold. And while he's knocked out, he has a dream, or it's like a dream. It's really hard to kind of place your finger on it. It's more like a feeling, in which he is channeling Dinsect, his deity, basically. And Norster, you're the only one hearing this. The other folks don't hear this. But she bestows upon you the feeling that there's some sort of strife amongst the gods, and that is that there is a god unknown to them that has broken into their realm. As you're well aware, gods are not supposed to meddle in the affairs of men, and so basically, what has happened is a god from another realm has come here and started to physically meddle in the realm of men. Right. This is what happened last episode with Sheo, and he was directly manipulating things. He has brought this dragon down upon the strand, and he has presented you with actual gold and items, and all of those kinds of things. And she implores to you that she needs your help to deal with this rogue god. But first, you need to deal with his meddling as it stands. You need to take care of this dragon menace.
All right, so Norster takes that dream and applies it to the new tattoo that formed on his forearm.
Okay, what is this new tattoo? If you care to share.
Yeah, there's a tattoo on my forearm. It says, "From another world to keep, sound of conflict bellows. A taken item deep. Go and fetch your fellows. He who slithers southern knows its buried place. Sixfold lustered lantern marks the spot you'll face."
All right, and so we're going to pretend like Norster has woken up. He has shared that with the folks. What do you folks think of this?
Should we roll insight?
Insight is more for like telling if people are lying or not. I mean, you could roll insight, and I can tell you whether or not Norster's telling the truth,
I can't lie.
or what his purpose is.
Did we all see the mistletoe tree that sprouted out?
You did. That's all you saw, though. You don't. Of course, Norster. Should you choose, you can convey your dream to those people as well.
Irelia would also recognize that as completely valid.
Exactly.
Yeah, she didn't have the dream.
No,
I didn't have the dream, but I can recognize the truth of his words.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I assume you're going to convey your dream to these folks?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
excellent. And so now you know you need to take out this dragon first and foremost, and then there's you basically are going to have to fight a god, you feel like, right? That's what's going to happen here. Here you are. Now, Whiskey had talked about, I think did you say you wanted to roll history to kind of figure out the situation, correct?
No, that's been explained. I just want to know if the town was, city, what peril it was in, but that's become adamant right now.
Right. So do me a favor, roll that history anyway, and we will call that the first roll in a skill challenge. And you roll 12 history, which fortunately is just barely a pass. I'm not going to tell you how many rolls are in the skill challenge because it could potentially be unlimited. And so what you do is you take a moment to scan the city. You notice off the western edge of the city there is and you can actually see this on the map, there is a ship currently firing on the city. It's actually firing on the dragon. It's firing its cannons at the dragon. And then you notice to the south, near the gates of the city, that there are ballistae on the wall that are turned inward, firing at the dragons. But they don't seem to be, given your history on the seas, you know that those cannons could be firing more accurately and faster. And given your just kind of general knowledge of fighting and such, you know that those ballistae are not working at peak capacity as well. So you take a moment and you convey that to the group. And can I have everybody roll initiative for me? I'm going to go ahead and drop your characters on the map. I'm going to just reveal... Oh, you know what? I'm bad at life sometimes.
We can't select our tokens.
Yes, that's exactly what I was getting at. Hold on just a moment. I'm going to reveal to the world a section. There are 6 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm going to reveal basically a section of the map here. I'm going to drop all of you folks on there. If you could re-roll initiative, and just because I'm not looking at it, wait until I get your token on there so you can select your token, of course. Jenks isn't here. You know what? Roll initiative anyway, Jenks. If those of you that don't remember, Jenks is back at Lisa's old. Boom, there we go. Okay.
Or at least heading that way.
Right. So it looks like, okay, everybody is on the board now. If you could re-roll your initiative and hopefully it shows up, I'm going to just prep the audience's stuff. We've got Jenks, Carnivar, Vlad, and Bunduru. I'm going to zoom out here just a smidgel, and then we'll be able to see that. All right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Okay. So what would you folks like to do?
Do I get my original roll?
I can set it to your original roll. Where is?
Yeah, I'd like my original as well.
Yeah,
Mine was
I'd like
17.
my original roll also.
Oh my god.
Well, I wasn't going to do any of
We're
your original
writing.
rolls, but okay.
That was DM error.
DM error was, where's Norster? Oh no, that was your Arcana one. Norster, 17. Vlad, where is you? Where is Vlad? Vlad is 9. Oh, you are 9. Carnivar, is 17. Jenks is 19. That is correct. And Bunduru is 13. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to put it in that order. And that is the order that we'll put you in. Just really quickly, I'm going to reorganize everybody in the order that it says. So Jenks will not be up because he's not here. And
I have conveyed my opinions on the ballista and the cannons, etc. Yes.
That sounds good. There we go. So now we are in the order that we should be. Okay, so Norster, you are up. What would you like to do?
Okay, how far are we from? I mean, okay, about 500 yards. You stated.
You got
I
it.
guess. Okay. Can we safely make our way down to, say, that area there?
The
By
houses
the
here?
3. Yes, correct.
Sure. I'm not sure the rest of the party agrees with you, but we can do that. Give me a skill check and tell me kind of what flavor you're going to put that on. Put on that.
Oh, I'm just gonna say, hey, let's take just use these houses as cover as we make our way towards the town.
Gotcha. Oh, sorry. I should have explained. You guys are so each one of these squares on the map here that you can just kind of barely see is about a mile. So those little houses are about a mile out of town. You're much closer than that. You're about where the 3 little huts on the right hand side of the town wall is.
Oh, okay, we're already there.
Yeah, you're right up in there, kind of near that tree, if you will. So, what would you like to do first?
Can I do a divine sense?
You can, although that will only give you stuff. It won't actually count as a skill check. I still need a skill check from you in some way.
Oh, you still need me to do a
I guess we're just doing a skill challenge right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Skill challenge
Okay,
to get this dragon out of town.
I'll do an insight
In-
onto our movement
wait, an insight on what?
on where we should probably go. That's best to move to.
Insight is more for reading other humans.
Ah.
I would say you might want to do like perception or something like that.
I'll do a survival.
Okay.
Survival check on.
The town.
To maybe determine the best possible path, and that is a success. So basically, I'm going to move you forward 1. And so you kind of determine the best possible route for you guys to kind of approach the town and not get attacked by the dragon, and you are successful in that. So
Have I not already rolled a success on history as well?
yes, you get to go again though, because of your initiative.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, I mean Whiskey does. Conover.
Oh, Whiskey. Oh, okay.
Yep. So,
Whiskey, can I talk to you real fast, Whiskey?
As long as it's super duper fast.
No, okay, it's about this. So you said that there's ballistas on the wall and a ship in the harbor there. So if you head to the ship and direct gunfire, I know ballistas from my time in the military. I could be on the walls directing fire from there also.
divide and
That
conquer.
sounds perfect.
Okay. So what would you like to do, Conover?
I could use a volunteer to come with me down to the docks, though, maybe.
Okay, and what would you like to do to get there? Like, what skill would you like to use to get to the docks?
Actually, I'm going to see if are there any. I presume there's guards at the gates or something, just trying to calm the people or get them out of town. And
There are various guards attacking the dragons, shooting at them,
I'd like
manning the
to-
ballistae, down at the docks, helping people out. Healing
I'd like to
people.
grab the nearest guard. I'm going to head to the gates. When I get there, I'm going to grab a guard
Mhm.
and ask him and see if he can direct take me down to the docks. As like protection as well. Just get me down there as fast as possible.
Okay. And what skill would you use for doing that?
I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Okay, so you're going to try to persuade a guard to help you along?
Yeah, help me get down to the docks to better guide the ship.
Sounds great. And so you rolled persuasion, and you were able to convince a guard to kind of cover you as you go down towards the docks. Banduru, you are up.
Okay, so like I discussed with Conovar, I'm going to try to head up to the walls to help direct the ballistas. I don't know what skill to roll for this.
You have a lot.
Would it be something to get to there, or would it be something to do with the ballistas at this point?
This is role playing, my friend.
Oh god.
Pick a thing and do it.
Let me see. I guess I would use investigation to sense what they're doing wrong and why they're not firing accurately.
Okay,
To tell them why they're.
That sounds great. So go ahead and give me a roll, and we'll flavor that up.
Oh Lord.
All right, so you manage to make your way down to the walls, and you get up to the ballistae, and you begin looking at the ballistae to figure out what's going on. It becomes very obvious to you that only about half of them are firing, but you're unsure why only half of them are firing.
Okay.
So, Aurelia, you are up. What would you like to do?
Oh, I think I want to use perception. I am going to ask my deity for divine guidance and the best path to take to help these people.
Okay. And unfortunately, through all of your prayer, your deity has not responded to you for some reason, and you're unsure why. Vlad, what would you like to do?
Oh, we're not reusing skills, right?
I'm going to reset them every time we run through this line.
Okay. So we're pretty much in the town, right? At this point.
Yeah, although I don't know what group you're with. We have one group going to the ballistae and one group going to the ship, and I'm unclear what group you're with. If any.
Okay, I'm gonna say I kind of hung back behind the group near the entrance to the town.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to go ahead and just roll medicine to see if there's anything I can do to help anybody around me.
All right, that sounds good. Go for it. Oh, and so you managed to catch and heal at least 24 people as they're running through the gates. You know, some of them with injured elders and children and stuff like that, and you're able to help every single one of them. Interestingly, you see somebody very familiar to you skulking out the entrance with a bag full of loot, and his name is Jenks. And he seems to have just been going ham on this town, and has tons and tons of silver and gold, just like plates and silverware and gems and various things. Looks like he looted the blacksmith of a couple of enchanted items, things like that. And so, yeah, you kind of catch him, and you just kind of shoulder him, and you're like, "What the hell are you doing here?" I'll let you two discuss, if you would like. What say you, Jinx?
Jenks tells him that he's found this stuff that nobody has a use for anymore, since they're all burning.
Sounds
Kind
good.
of, I would buy that.
They aren't burning. I just saved 24 of them.
Boom.
The other ones were burning.
The other ones are dead.
And you didn't help them. You only wanted to take their things.
How
Well, I
much do
doubt
you
the
want?
people are
I bet you watched
burning.
them all
I think
burn
the town is
too.
burning, though.
How much do you want, Vlad?
How much do I want for what? To keep my mouth shut for everyone else?
Yeah.
Well, if you got any good armor that's better than leather armor, I guess you could hold on to that for me.
All right, but you got to keep your mouth closed.
I think we can make that work out.
All right, sounds good. Jenks, give me a skill check for this whole encounter. I highly.
I guess I'll do stealth.
Sounds good.
Oh, good lord.
I hope it fails.
I hope so too. Falls on face.
No, it passed. So he
Damn it.
managed to sneak off to a nearby kind of small encampment, and just slightly off into the trees, dig a little hole and bury all of that stuff in it, and then conceal it and make sure that nobody would be able to find it, so that you can come back to it later. Norster, you're up. What would you like to do? And I'm going to go ahead and reset all the skills. The only thing you can't do is the one you did last time.
Okay. I shall continue moving towards the dragon.
Okay. And what skill would you like to use to do that?
Are there any like horses or anything like that around?
I tell you what, give me an investigation check, and we'll say that you look for a stable. How's that sound? Unfortunately, you weren't able to find any. You really feel like there should be some around the entrance, but there just aren't any there. I can't seem to figure out what's going on there. Okay, and that is how many failures? That's 2 failures, right? Nope, that's 3 failures, right? Yep, 3
On
failures.
what?
Yeah, that's
On
3.
me?
That is 3 failures, so I'm going to roll a 1d6.
Oh, and on the group, you mean, or just me?
On the group.
Oh,
Oh, I'm bad at rolling. There we go. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, Bunduru.
Oh fuck.
So we are going to roll. Do, 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 do.
I hope you're saying bad. You're the only one going to sort the blisters out at the moment.
The suspense is killing me.
It is. There's almost
Literally.
almost no way
Literally.
you'll dodge this. 23 to hit. Does that hit you?
Armor class, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I only have like 16.
Gotcha. And that hits you for 19 damage.
Oh, fudge.
So what happened there was the dragon managed to see you up on the ballistae, kind of futzing around with things, trying to fix stuff, and he flies over the wall and he grabs you and lifts you in the air and just lets you go, and you fall down over the wall and land on your back on the outside of the city in excruciating pain. Did that bloody you?
I'm at 15 out of 34.
Yeah, so that bloodied you. You're absolutely certain that a good number of your ribs are broken.
Ow.
so the dragon engaged in dwarf tossing?
Yep, basically.
Damn you people.
Ow.
Never toss a dwarf.
Never toss a dwarf. All right, Conovar,
Dwarf.
you are up.
Right, okay, so I'm running through the sheet, shoulder passing people, following this guard down towards the docks, and all of a sudden I get this. I'm running past buildings that are being deserted and emptied, and I get a sixth sense that it'd be a really good time to loot some of these. But I keep going. How far do I make? Just tearing through the city at the moment.
I would say that you're probably going to want to roll athletics.
Okie dokie.
I'm pulling up a document here. And what did you roll for athletics? You roll a 24. Man, you tear through the city. You leave that guard that's protecting you just in the dust, and you make it all the way to the ship that's shooting at the dragon.
Okay. Can I use an action surge to get straight up there and start engaging with the people on the ship?
So in a skill challenge, you use your action surge to re-roll. But don't worry, you made it to the ship. And it is going to do. I'm going to go ahead and roll for the ship.
Oh, hang on. I want to get on board and bark some orders first.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. Like, you get on board, you notice what the issue is, you
I
rally
climb on
their
board.
troops.
Yeah, and at the top of my voice, I scream out, "Which one of you yellow sea yeasty cod pieces a pathetic excuse for a leader? Tell me now, other I toss you overboard. You're doing a rubbish job on these guns."
Sounds good. And unfortunately, just your jarring presence, all 5 cannons fire, and all 5 cannons miss the dragon. Unfortunately. But maybe next time.
Yeah, no better.
Now, before we continue on, let me just look this up here. There is... Roll 1d20 plus 14. Before Bunduru can really figure out what's going on with the ballistae, he goes ahead and witnesses the current captain of the ballistae there firing off, who has some fairly well-aimed shots and does 19 damage. Okay. So now, Banduru, it is your turn.
Okay, what does a performance skill check roll for? Is that like
That's like
how
dancing.
well? Okay, that's like a theme. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna hobble my broken dwarven butt back up to the wall and ask for the leader who is directing the ballista, and ask him why only half of the ballistas are actually firing.
All right, and what skill are you calling that?
I guess I'll go with persuasion on that.
Okay.
Or no, that would guess, or would that be more like insight?
Actually, let's call it this. You can roll persuasion, and let's say you get up there and you persuade him that you're here to help, and he needs to tell you exactly what the situation is.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Oh, fucking shit.
And he's like, you ain't the boss of me. Get out of here.
Not nobody's boss. I'm just wondering what the hell's going on.
So that's one more failure. Aurelia, what are you up to?
I am going to use perception again.
You can't use the last skill that you used.
Even though you reset everything.
You can't. I reset it for the party, but you can't use the last skill that you used.
Okay. I will use, I guess, animal handling. I'm going to seek out any surviving animals and people in this town and get them out.
Okay. So you're gonna run around looking for the various kittens and doges and horses. Go ahead and give me a roll.
And people.
and people.
Make sure you get the kittens first.
Mm-hmm.
And doges.
All right, so you're kind of hanging out near the entrance of the town near Norster, and you managed to usher along some dogs and some people and stuff, but more importantly, you managed to get your hands on 3 horses and calm them down, and now you have 3 horses at your disposal. Vlad, what would you like to do?
All right, I'm gonna roll for perception. I would like to find a better vantage point to kind of get a survey of everything that's going on in the town.
All right, that sounds good. And unfortunately, from the ground, you can't seem to see anything high. You're just confused.
Does he get advantage because you just see a dwarf get tossed?
Yeah, you see Bundu
And he's an
fly
elf.
over the wall. So really quickly, now that we're at the end of the round, we're going to go ahead and take another shot at the dragon from the cannons. Whiskey is pulling real hard with those cannons. I gotta look up the cannon damage. All right. Do 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 do. Oops. Those cannons do 40 damage. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, they're the 9-pounders, baby.
Oh yeah. And then the ballistae also just cocked, locked, and ready to rock. Go take another shot. Boom. And they do not hit the dragon, unfortunately. So just a couple more ballistae bolts going out into open air. They just find purchase on some buildings, basically. All right, Jenks, what do you want to do? No stealth for you.
Jenks is going to run up the wall to help Bundiru with acrobatics.
All right, sounds good. I think Bundiru's on the ground, though. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there.
Oh, I thought he got back up.
I ran back up there to talk to the
yes,
captain.
That's right. You're totally right. Human. All right, so you're going to run up the wall to find the shortest route to Bundiru. And you run up the wall and just barely reach out and grab the top. You're hanging from the top of the wall right now, but you are up there near Bundiru. So there you go. No problems at all. Norster, you're up.
Do I see these horses that Aurelia?
You do see them.
Okay, can I jump on the nearest horse to me? And I will use animal handling.
She already used. That was last turn. So yeah, go for it.
Oh my god.
Kicks you right in the chest.
Epic fail. Crit fail means that it's 2 failures. And so what that means is we're going to roll 1d6, see who the dragon's interested in. I almost rolled d20. Number 2, Norster fails so bad. He's just like fighting with those horses, trying to figure stuff out. And so what is this? This is, I think it's plus 14.
You want to go toe to toe with that dragon?
Yep. So 1d20 plus 14 rolls a 33 to hit on Norster.
This is bad. This is very, very bad.
Yeah, that hit.
Let's go ahead and look up 2d10 plus 8.
He did.
He does 25 damage to you.
Okay.
And so he grabs you in his jaw and just clamps down on you and then throws you basically through the stables that you couldn't find. You go through 2 walls and come out the other side on the ground. You are bloodied, correct?
Oh yeah, I'm damn near dead.
All right. And so you're just kind of up against the wall, like super, super hurt. Just kind of leaning against the wall, bleeding from so many places.
Okay.
Hey, look, it's a stable.
Norster and Banduru are the 2 that are injured, correct?
Yep.
Okay. How close are they to me?
Norster is like literally right next to you. I mean, he's a building away now, but that's because he went through it.
Okay. Are both of them within 30 feet of me?
Nope, Banduru is on the south wall above the gate's entrance. He's probably at least 150 feet away from you.
Okay, that limits what I can do.
Remember that this is a skill challenge too, so you can choose to heal one or the other.
Is Carnivore?
Yeah,
Well, it's Conover's turn right now.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is. I'm just trying to determine
Sure.
where everybody is in relationship to me.
Sounds like Vlad is kind of inside the entrance with you folks. So the 3 of you together, Norster, Aurelia, and Vlad are together. Banduru and Jenks are up on the south wall, about 150 feet away, and Conovar is all the way across the city at the ship. He's the only one really doing damage to the dragon right now, and helping out on that ship. So, Conovar, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'd like to use intimidation just with my presence, just to see if I can, get these cannons just firing a little bit better, a little bit quicker.
That
See if I
sounds
can get an
great.
advantage on one of their rolls or something.
Sounds good. And unfortunately, the gentlemen don't find
Can
you
I
intimidating.
use my charismatic chainmail and re-roll a charisma?
Intimidation, I believe, is not charisma, is it? It's
charisma.
oh, it is charisma.
Yes, it is.
Feel
It's
free.
charisma.
For some reason, I thought it was strength. Oh, and you just barely pass. You hesitate just slightly and then come through. And what happens is you scare some folks that their lives hang in the very balance now, and they suddenly remember that there are 5 more cannons below deck that they can pull up. It's going to take them a little bit to get them up here, but you're fairly confident that by the end of this round, you might have another 5 cannons online.
Lovely jubbly. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Banduru, what's up?
Okay, I'm gonna look down the wall and roll investigation again to see why the hell only half of them are actually firing. Because the leader of the ballista guard here is being a jackass. Doesn't want help.
You got it. All right, go ahead and roll investigation again. Oh, and that's you have no idea what's going on. All right. Aurelia, what's going on? You gonna try to heal some folks?
Yep, I'm gonna move over to Norster and cure wounds.
Instead of using cure wounds, give me a healing skill check. We're not doing any
Medicine? You mean medicine?
Yep, medicine check. Oh, crit fail. Ooh, this is bad. This is real bad. And so on the back of that crit fail, what happens is the dragon sees you kind of hovering over his most recent prey, trying to resuscitate him, and is going to roll 1d20 plus 14. 25 against your AC.
Ouch.
And that's that. And does 21 damage against you.
Ouch.
He basically drops down on you over Norser and throws you over against a wall, against a nearby guardhouse, and you just basically land up against your shield and just hit your head off the wall and are stunned for just a moment. And then he flies back off, grabs a couple more guards, takes a bite out of one of their heads, and really that was the whole head. Throws the rest away. He's a very not courteous eater. He doesn't eat the whole thing. And then moves on. So I guess, where are we now? We're Vlad. You're just kind of down in the chaos near the entrance.
Can I heal? Can I use my magic?
Yeah, you can roll a medicine check.
But even though she just rolled medicine?
Oh, right, you can't do a medicine check. You are correct.
Survival, maybe?
Yeah, you could roll survival.
Can I roll survival to see if I can help heal Norster?
Sure.
Use cure wounds or something?
Survival would be the collective group. Boom! Crit success. You were helping Norster?
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and say that Norster is back at full health. Don't even worry about your cure wounds. So you see Morala fly off. Vlad comes over and attempts to help Norster and manages to not only bandage him up, but get him right back into the fight. He's back up on his feet and he's ready to go. Now we're going to take a moment from your guys' turns and we're going to have some ballistae and cannon fun. And I believe the cannons are 1d20 plus 9. Where is that in my history? Boom. Unfortunately, you did fire 10 cannons, but not a single one of them hit the dragon. So, now we've got some ballistae. 1d20 plus 14. Those hit, though, man. These ballistae are accurate, even though they're not firing at full capacity. And then do 9.
Do crap for damage.
Yes. They're more accurate, lower damage, basically, is how that works. All right. And so we're back at Jenks.
All right, Jenks will.
I just looked at chat. Finally, a roll from Vlad that didn't almost kill Conovar Jenks.
Yeah. Jenks is going to use persuasion to try and. He's going to yell at Bunduru to get his shit together and figure out these ballistas.
All right, sounds good. Give us a roll. Oh, critical failure. What is with you guys?
Oh, god damn it.
So this guard captain that is basically like managing the ballistae is also feels like as though he's managing you two, and tells two guards to take you off the platform. He's like, "Get out of here! You're distracting us. We have a problem. Please don't come back." Norster, what would you like to do?
All right. Where's Aurelia?
She is probably about 20 feet to your right, kind of hugging your shield.
Am I able to get to her and try to cast my only cure wounds I got.
Can you do me a favor and do a medicine check for that?
Oh my god, are you serious?
Oh, okay. Dragon's gonna take a whale at one of you, and it's going to be Jenks. This could be bad for Jenks.
Dead.
Thanks.
Dead.
I'm gonna be dead. I have 18 health.
Be glad I'm next to you.
28 to hit.
No, doesn't
Really?
hit.
Yeah.
Don't have enough to ask. Come on.
I'm hidden.
Just a bob and weave, man. Bob and weave.
Roll 2d6 plus 8. 19.
Oh!
I'm dead.
You're
Well,
not
I'm
dead.
down.
You're
I'm
just
down.
knocked out. So Jenks, as he's being walked off the platform, just catches a claw right across the chest and falls down the stairs to the bottom of the guardhouse. And he is knocked out cold. He hit his head really hard against one of those stairs. Conovar, you are up. We've got Jenks passed out. We've got to deal with that. You guys are rolling really bad here.
I always roll bad.
I have
Roll
to
20
roll
hates me.
bad.
This
I have
RNG.
I have not failed one yet. Whiskey's pulling you guys through. Well, I did fail one, but I've got a re-roll on it.
And yeah, right.
Roll 20 hates me. I never pass skill checks at all.
Right, Conovar's just, he's seen the pathetic attempt of last time. He's just going to keep yelling at them. Also, I want to see if I can maybe speak to the captain and swing the ship in a little bit closer to the shore so some of the people flee and might actually find refuge on the ship as well. And for that, I would like to use persuasion.
All right, sounds good. Actually, no. Jenks used persuasion already.
Okay, I'm going to use deception then and tell him it's the best thing to do. Come on, we've got to think about the people as well then.
Even though you have no idea. Yeah, okay, sounds good. Like, you'll get it. You tell him, like, we'll actually have a better vantage point from there, right? And so he moves in, and you convince him very well to move in because you'll have better aim on the dragon. You actually have literally no idea if that's better. You just kind of want to help people out on the boat. You see little crowds of people hanging out on the shore.
Hey, I know my way around a ship. I have a slight inkling,
Yeah, indeed. And so he moves over, and he still positions his cannons. Baduru, you're up.
So seeing Jenks, as they're escorting him off the wall, get hit by the dragon, I turn to look at the guard captain, and I tell him I'm going to rip his damn throat out if he doesn't tell me what the hell's going on. So I'm going to roll intimidation.
Boom, go for it.
Go on, dude, you got this.
You could have helped
Fuck
me.
that guy!
Fuck
In
that
his
guy.
face.
What's going on?
So the guard captain there sees in your eyes, he sees the fire in your eyes and is suddenly shaken. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. We're missing the parts for a couple of these ballistae, but we have a guy on his way. He should be on his way back now. We need basically firing pins for the other two. That's all right? We'll see what happens. So, Aurelia,
Thank you.
you are up. Give us a skill. Aurelia?
I'm going to try survival to heal myself back up.
Sounds good.
I'm on death's door here.
You scan the horizons for a place to just kind of hide and sneak into a corner and heal yourself up. Unfortunately, you've fallen into a kind of open area and you just can't quite get away from the chaos enough to heal yourself. Vlad, you're up.
All right.
Can I yell at Vlad to see if he knows where this guard is running with all these firing pins?
You could do that. Has anybody rolled perception yet? No, nobody's rolled perception. I don't know if that's a skill you want to try.
Oh, yeah, I'll roll perception.
Yeah, scan the crowd. Look for those guys.
Oh.
Unfortunately, you do not see them. You scan the ground for a little while. You have no clue where these guys are with the firing pins. And so here we come back around to another round of shooting. Let me go ahead and shoot the cannons first.
9-pounders.
Man, those cannons, they just cannot seem to find purchase on the dragon. So the ballistae are up next. But those things are super accurate. Boom, nailed it. Not quite a crit or anything like that, but still not too bad, not too bad. And there you go. You've done 23 damage to the dragon. Just enter that in here. There we go. Now we're back to Jenks. What would you like to do?
Not be dead.
Oh, right. You're knocked out.
Yeah, he's knocked the hell out.
Skipping over Jenks.
Do I need to do a death save?
You do need to do a death save.
Shh, maybe you don't.
Ooh,
There
nice.
you go. Death save. You are not dying. Norster, you're up.
All right. Holy crap! And we've already did survival.
It all resets. The only thing you can
Yeah.
do...
Yeah, it's a new turn.
Oh, was it the last one?
Yeah, is your last one, which was medicine.
All right. I need to get that dragon's attention, and fast. See if I can't drag him into Conovar's fire a little bit better, because they're missing all the time. Because I noticed this.
Sounds
So
good.
can I intimidate the dragon and get him more or less moving towards the cannon fire?
Call him a pigeon. He might hate that.
Sounds good. Oh, unfortunately, the dragon is not at all interested in what you have to say to him, and that's 3 failures.
Oh, shit.
You guys, so Norster books it across town, trying to get the dragon's attention, and he does get the dragon's attention, actually, except for the dragon doesn't look at Norster. He looks at where he's going and sees the ship, and he sees a guy barking orders
shit.
on the ship, and he takes a whale at Conovar. He goes and he grabs him off the deck of the ship, and...
Oh, my God.
I'm afraid of heights.
What's your AC, Conovar? Conovar, AC?
It's 16.
Oh, he grabs you, and he takes he just crushes you in his claw, and then throws you overboard. You take 11.
Not that bad.
Yeah,
Not that bad.
That was
I
not.
have
You landed in the water. You're fine. You just landed in the water.
Yeah, at least you didn't hit anything hard like the rest of the people.
Yeah,
Or
I needed a
cannon.
bath. I was smelling a bit.
So you take 11 points of damage, Conovar. Go ahead and enter that into your token, and then your skill is up.
Well, I'd like to swim back on board.
All right, what are you going to call that? Athletics?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Don't drown.
Oh,
Bloop, 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 bloop.
he doesn't drown. That would have been a 1.
I didn't have my armbands on.
But
The water's thick with an oil, and it slows you down.
you flail about in the water for a while, and if it weren't for your extensive experience as a sailor, you would have probably drowned. But instead, you managed to just not try to get on the boat and climb yourself up onto the docks and just lay there for a second and kind of be passed out as it took all of your energy to do that. Bunduru, you're up. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm gonna run down the steps towards where Jenks fell and hit his head after the dragon was a jackass, and I'm gonna use medicine on him.
All right, sounds good.
Oh shit!
JT, you've hacked.
You killed him.
Wow, you guys are rolling so many failures.
Oh my
So you
God.
run down there to help him.
I fall.
And you don't fall or anything like that.
Step on his wound.
You basically you stumble down the stairs or whatever, and you're just sitting there trying to help him, and you kind of grab the attention of the dragon. But what's between you and the dragon? Norster is between you and the dragon, and so the dragon is gonna swoop
I am?
down. Norster, what's your AC?
18.
Oh, he just barely hits you. Just barely. And so as he's flying over Norster to come for Bundiru, he just kind of whacks him with his tail and makes Norster do a what's the tail attack? Makes it, he kind of like flies forward a little bit. All right. Roll 2d8 plus 8. Norster, you take 22 points of damage as you just kind of face plant in the street and kind of slide along for about 10 feet on the front of your armor. Who is that? Bundiru. Aurelia, you are up. What you thinking over there, Aurelia?
My sound cut out for a moment. And I'm thinking, I've gotta try and stealth and get to cover so I can heal myself.
Sounds good. Oh, and you do that. You manage to kind of hide in a little nook and give yourself a heal. I'm going to say, let's see, your max is 28, so we'll do half that. You end up with...
Max 26.
Oh, your max is 26, so we're going to go ahead and add 13 to that.
Okay.
So now you're at 18. Good job, good job. Vlad, you are up. Do something.
Okay, I want to roll for animal handling to jump on the dragon's back.
Oh, as the dragon kind
Wait,
of
aren't you out
down.
cold?
No, Jenks
No,
is out
that's
cold.
Jinx.
Oh, Jenks is out cold.
All right, go ahead and roll animal handling. This is you're gonna pull some Legolas shit right here. Boom! Jumps up on the back of the dragon so what happened was that he tail whacked Norster and he came for Bundiru. Bundiru just kind of rolled out of the way a little bit, and then the dragon had to pull up to go over the wall. And at that time, Vlad just jumped off the stairs onto his back and draws his bow up. And give me a just any roll on the bow, and then give me the damage on it. And you just put 2 arrows right in the back of his head. Roll doesn't matter. You do 10 piercing damage to him. Good job. Okay, so now here we are. We're going to take some shots with the cannons again. There you are. Cannons miss. Always missing this new position that Whiskey's got him in. Not working out for him. But those ballistae, they hit. And so we're going to see them do just 10 more damage right into the front. 2 in the back of the head, 2 in the front. The big ones in the front are bigger, I guess. And so you're going to do 10 damage to it. Okay, so we're back to Jenks, who's knocked out. Let's do a death save. That passes. So, Jenks, you have 2 successes. Just barely. You just kind of twitch on the ground a little bit. Almost woke up, but didn't quite. And so, Norster, you're up.
I need to do a healing on myself.
All right.
So I can get back into the fight. I'll do that with survival.
Sounds good. So you kind of scan the terrain. You look for anything that might help you patch yourself up and get ready to go.
Yeah.
And you get a 16. So you manage to basically you look up and you see you're in front of the Deep Dive Tavern. You run into the Deep Dive and you talk to Torque, and Torque hooks you up with a bunch of bandages and stuff, and you manage to bandage up your arm and your leg and your face and all those kinds of things. Get your helmet back on and you run out the door ready to go. Good job.
You should have convinced him to come out there and punch the dragon in the face like he did me in Conovar.
Yeah, just knock him out in one hit.
Yeah, persuasion.
Wait, he's still slinging beers in there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Want a beer?
Yeah, he's just protecting his place from looters like Jenks.
All right, what do I heal
bad
for?
Business.
Torque ain't afraid of no dragon. All right, Conovar, you're up. What are you doing?
Right, I'm going to use athletics and see if I can, while I'm in the water, see if I can help some people on board the ship, just try and get into relatives' safety.
You rolled athletics last time. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I've already done acrobatics.
You have not done acrobatics.
Have I not? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna use acrobatics, see if I can get back on board the ship then.
Sounds good. So you go to do something cool. You like basically jump up on a barrel, jump up on another barrel, and then you go to swan dive towards the ship, and just you do that thing. There's a cat video about it somewhere where like you just wildly misjudge the distance and belly flop back into deck. You just kind of like you go out like kind of like a cartoon. You go out and just fall straight down, right? Totally misjudged that. You're back in the water,
A little bit. That's gonna leave a mark.
belly flop. Banduru, you're up.
Okay, I guess I'm going to grab Jenks with an athletics roll and carry. Well, I guess the dragon's pretty much gone now since Vlad is distracting the hell out of him.
Kind of.
Can I? Oh God, my perception isn't that great. Can I look for?
Don't roll perception. I need that.
Okay, I won't roll perception. I will roll. Oh God. Well, shouldn't you roll animal handling? If you're on the back, maybe you can control the dragon and lead it from the town.
I can't
That's
roll
true.
again.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
how I
true.
got on its back.
Let me do. I want to find these guards with the firing pins, but I can't do perception. And my investigation sucks. Shouldn't he almost be here by now? It's been like 2 or 3 turns.
The guy with the stuff.
Firing, yeah.
With the
I guess can I use investigation to see if I can find him? Like if he's dead or something already?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation roll, and I'll flavor it for you.
Oh Jesus Christ!
You look around for the guy, you don't find him. You look around the area, you don't find anything. Sorry, nothing. That's a failure.
You did notice a squirrel.
I didn't actually mark Whiskey's failure there either.
I'm gonna throw my helmet off next turn and be like, "Is this what was blinding me? 'Cause I can't see anything."
Can't see anything.
It's because you've got little legs. You need to be taller. I can find you a box if you'd like.
All right, Aurelia, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Where is everybody in relationship to me?
You're basically alone. Norster, no, Norster's not there either. Yeah, the rest of the guys. So Vlad, Jenks, and Banduru are about 150 feet away. Oh, I'm sorry, not Vlad. Banduru and Jenks are about 150 feet away. You could make it to them within a skill check, though. Norster is probably 150 feet beyond them, and Conovar and Vlad are just way outside of your reach. Vlad is on the dragon.
This is how he runs battles.
I'm snorkeling.
And yeah, and Conovar's snorkeling.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do, really? You do have
Let's
Jenks
see.
knocked out, by the way.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get over to the guys and so that I can be there to try and heal them up, get them back on their feet.
Sounds good. What would you like to do to get there?
Oh, let me take a look here.
Are there horses still nearby? Use animal handling.
There are. Also, athletics could be a good thing. Just, sprint, dead-on sprint over to him. What you thinking?
I found Nemo.
I'm thinking I have a better chance using survival.
Survival's already been used.
Oh, okay. Then I'm stuck using acrobatics. Well, athletics.
Yeah, okay. So give us an athletics roll.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
Look at that. You sprint over there. And you have enough time to spare that you manage to stabilize Jenks and return him to half health. Whatever half your health is, Jenks, go ahead and drop that on there.
9.
9.
I can't get to my token.
Because it's underneath the thing. What's your normal health? 18?
Yeah.
There we go. I set it for you. So excellent critical success. Vlad, you're there. You're up. I mean, what would you like to do? I think.
Okay, so I'm on the dragon. He's kind of just like flying around.
Kind of. He's pretty annoyed that you're up there. He just takes a couple bobs and weaves to try to get you off.
But he hasn't like left the town or anything, right?
Nope.
Okay, while I'm on the dragon, can I roll a perception to see if I notice any like weaknesses or like injuries he had that we could exploit?
That sounds good. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Yeah. So while you're on his back, you notice a large scar going down the right side of his neck. And the scar is long since healed. But because it's a scar, no scales have grown back there. So it's just kind of fleshy skin on his neck. Would you like to take a shot at him?
Sure.
All right. You wind up 3 arrows, and you drop them right in there. Don't even roll an attack roll. Just go ahead and give me damage.
Well, I have to roll you to my damage. So.
Yep, indeed. Give me your damage from that. You do 11 piercing damage to him. You're more effective than the cannons.
As he comes by, can you scream as he's flying through the air that there's a weak spot on the neck?
Sure.
I think you'll just be screaming.
So, quick moment before the ballistae take their shots and the cannons take their shots. As Aurelia is healing up Jenks, she notices sitting next to him a bag of 2 firing pins for the ballistae, and yells up to the captain and throws them up to him, and he hastily loads them into the ballistae, and you now have 4 ballistae online instead of 2. But first, the cannons take a shot, and they miss like they always do, I swear. Conovar.
It's always 14 also. That's weird.
What's that?
It's always 14.
Yeah, right?
It is always 14.
Rigged!
Rigged. But those
Right.
ballistae, they hit, and instead of 2d20, we're rolling 4d20. Does 54 damage. Boom. Okay, so
They hit
those ballistae just like track on them like guns on Battlestar Galactica or whatever. Just 4 ballista bolts just go boom, 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 firing off. And Vlad sees those coming and kind of deftly rolls off and falls probably 6 or 8 stories. But he's
Christ. What?
Don't worry. He's a nimble enough elf ranger that he lands Assassin's Creed style in a giant stack of hay.
That's what I was about to say.
The hay is on fire, but he notices
Oh,
that and
God.
rolls out of it just in time as the dragon kind of just plummets down into town. And hits the city hall. It's kind of like a big church with a bell and everything, just in a giant poof. And he's not down yet. He rears up out of the rubble in a giant explosion of flame that levels like 2 or 3 blocks around it. Thank God none of you guys were near those blocks. But you have to guess hundreds of people probably died in that explosion. And then he just shoots up into the air. And flies off injured with a wing kind of flapping off a little bit. And that, my friends, is that. You guys didn't kill a dragon, but you screwed him up pretty hard. He is gone from the town, but the town is all but leveled now. You did manage to save some people, though. Of the about 1,100 or so people that lived in this town, about 600 survived. And now they're just displaced as refugees. How are we feeling?
I wanted to kill a dragon.
Norster's pissed.
I'm still snorkeling to try and find my testicles that I slapped into the water.
Oh, God.
That's awesome. So right now, I'm going to kick it over to the intermission screen. We're going to take a quick moment to do bio breaks and the like. And
My dozies weren't out.
we'll catch everybody on the flip side of that. How's that sound?
Cool. Alright, how long?
Let's call it 5 minutes, 9:35 p.m. Eastern.
No problem.
I'll bring the stream back.
All right.
What it is, party people, we're back. All right, so party. Before doing anything else just yet, would you like to have conversation amongst yourselves? Let's say that you take a short rest, of course. How do you feel about what happened? Talk that out amongst yourselves.
Jenks is going to ask Bundaroo to heal him.
Can I just can I assume that we're all back at the deep dive?
The deep dive doesn't really exist anymore. I'm sorry.
He was pretty close to the
Can,
center
can
of
we
the city.
just search for a house that's standing and take a long rest in?
Yeah. So, assuming the rest of the party would like to move along with that, let's say that you folks move southeast along the path that ultimately goes to Lisa's Hold, with a bunch of you kind of shuttle along some refugees, and you go to kind of a makeshift camp there, and you can spend the night if you'd like.
Before we do that, I'd like to round up the horses that I found earlier
Okay.
and take them with us.
Okay.
Horses are valuable.
Indeed. So, Norster, you still have your aura on. Sure, you guys, and three of you can take horses. You kind of move along, use it to carry along the injured and various survival items along to those houses, where you can take a long rest. Is there anything you guys would like to talk about or do before?
Jenks is going to pick up his little tiny bag.
Okay, sounds good. Jenks picks
yeah.
up. Oh, go ahead.
I didn't actually want to leave right away. I wanted to see if I could just help in the town or something, clear rubble, see if there's people trapped under rocks or in buildings, things like that. Assist putting fires out.
Yeah, that's what I meant by you kind of help refugees along to the encampment as you go.
Okay.
You guys definitely help out where you can. Those of you that are focused on people, at least, kind of drag along the refugees to the encampment to make sure that they're all safe.
Yeah, Norris was definitely helping the wounded where you can.
Can I actually, if there's going to be a refugee camp, we need food and stuff, can I just very shortly borrow a small skiff and see if I can just quickly go out and definitely get some fish or something, to take back to camp?
Sure. Yeah. No skill checks or anything required for that.
Actually, we should probably loot whatever food supplies we can find in the town. If they're all going to Lisa's Hold with us,
They
we're
are.
going to need food.
We don't have enough room in Lisa's Hold.
Yeah, no, there's 600 people here, and they have a fairly well-established camp. They've put up some rudimentary defenses and things like that. It's pretty decently held out. It's next to a kind of a farmhouse and a ranch, and so there's they've got sufficient infrastructure for the moment.
All right. Well, Norris going to start to calm them down and talk to them and walk amongst the wounded.
Sounds good.
Wherever I can.
Does anybody else have any other business they would like to?
Vladorian would like to take Jinx aside and discuss our little deal we made earlier.
Sounds.
I'm gonna help.
Okay.
I'm gonna help organize the camp, make sure that the medical supplies go to who needs them the most. Try and organize food supplies, get everybody set up so that nobody is lacking shelter, etc.
Sounds good.
Sure everybody has the necessities they need for the moment.
Sounds good.
Can I use my exceptional skill in stone and all that to search through the rubble to make sure we get any kind of useful stuff and people and pretty much everything we possibly can out of the city?
Yep, you guys have you stuck around the city obviously afterwards long enough to help and kind of investigate things and figure out what's going on and all of those kinds of things. You've picked it pretty clean. All right. Is everybody concluded their business before we?
No, I've got
No.
one more quick thing. When on my way back after doing a little bit of fishing and stuff, can I just have a quick nosy around the dock, see if I can find Butch or any of the other people I recognise?
Absolutely. While you were hanging out around the docks, you not only are you aware of where Butch and Roe are, But they were actually on the ship helping with the cannons while you were firing, and they crack a few jokes about how you dove into the water that one time and a couple of other things. Just kind of give you shit as fellow sailors, and they have a profound respect for you, even though they give you shit for what you did. They have a profound respect for your intentions while you were helping.
Okay, and what's the condition of the docks at the moment? Is it in tatters? Is it completely gone? Is it untouched? Or
they're in pretty rough shape. There's a number of sunk boats, burning boats, and things like that are, being worked on and put out and stuff like that. There are significantly more boats out in the harbor than there is dock space now because a number of the docks are gone.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, Jenks wants to find out what is in his bag.
All right. Sounds good.
As would I.
As would Vlad. So, are you going to look through this bag with Vlad or on your lonesome first, Jenks? And Vlad, are you going to allow that?
I'll
What
look
was the
with
question?
Vlad.
You were both talking. What was that?
I'll look with Vlad.
Okay, sounds good. I'm just gonna call it. You find 600 gold in treasure. It's various gems, gold pieces, various gold and silver place settings for tables and stuff that you would find it pretty easy to melt down or sell. So you can just mark off it's split however you would like 600 gold in stuff. And you also managed to loot some chainmail armor that is chainmail +1, as well as a dagger +1.
And I'll give Vlad the armor.
Sounds good. And that is heavy chainmail, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wear that.
But you could sell it.
Or you could
I
trade
guess
it. Trade it to Bundaru.
I'll give him the armor and 50 gold worth of treasure.
Sounds good. Does that
Because
work for you,
Bundar-
Vlad?
I don't even want the armor to sell. What does it weigh? Like 55 pounds?
It does. It weighs 55 pounds.
It's pretty heavy.
Yep.
Then I'll take the armor back.
I'll tell Jinx to just give it to somebody else who can use it.
Sounds good.
And I'll just take the gold that he wanted to give me.
All right, so 50 gold to Vlad and 550 to Jenks plus armor and dagger. So any other business for anybody else?
Can I look through the injured camp for like maybe somebody I knew or anybody I know that's working there to save people?
Sure. You don't actually know anybody there, though. You spend a number of hours kind of like looking through, checking in on people, healing where needed. You didn't recognize anybody, though.
Is the barmaid dead?
So amongst the survivors that the group knows, Alyssa is there. She's the barmaid. Raviana is there, as well as Augur. And Torque, although beat up, and it looks like he got a couple punches in on the dragon. That might be why it fell out of the sky, according to him at least. And a few other people that you had seen around the tavern and stuff like that. It seems like the casualties to your immediate group of friends were pretty well segregated from the major issues. It looks like the bulk of the people that died were actually noblemen.
Okay, I should presume once everything's settled and that, and the towns, once the dust is all settled, everyone's settling down and that. Can I take a stroll back through the city and just see what, if there's any other like shops or anything that survived, like an enchanter's shop or a potions, apothecary, all that sort of thing.
Yep, there aren't, but you do know that a number of wagons left town and are actually set up in the main camp. And the camp has like all of the amenities that you might see from a small village to a large village to a small town. Augur, the blacksmith, is set up again. There's a potion vendor and a major vendor and general provisions, armor, all of those kinds of things are set up in the secondary town.
Is there like a jeweler or a silversmith or someone?
Augur is actually skilled in jewelry making and working with silver, actually.
Okay, I'd like to go over to him and have a discussion about placing a special order.
All right. So go ahead and do me a favor and roll perception. Or persuasion, I mean. All right. He's like, you know what, man? I really don't have time for this right now, but because you're you were such a great customer last time, and my wife really seems to like you. Sure. What is it you want?
I'll write it down on a bit of paper and I'll just give it to him and just say, fill it out in your own time. And, no immediate rush. If you've got more pressing matters, make sure you get them done first.
All right. He takes a look at the paper and he's like, yeah, I can do this. Puts it in his pocket.
Thank you.
I'll give you a price later. I got to think about it. Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, Jenks wants to go to the weaponsmith and see if they have any rapiers.
Any rapiers? You take a look over the rapiers that they've got there. They do have a +1 rapier there, and unfortunately the blacksmith seems indisposed with some other sailor right now, so you can't quite get a price from him. Yeah.
How indisposed is he?
Indisposed enough that I would have to look it up, and I don't know the price off the top of my head.
Yeah, indisposed. She's talking to me, mate.
Yeah, I think that it's 1,000 gold, but I could be wrong. It might be 2. Otherwise, everything else there is kind of mundane, martial, and simple weapons.
And does he have any armor for sale?
He does. He does have some +1 leather, hide, breastplate, chainmail, and plate mail.
Because Lab would love to find a breastplate.
Okay. Just like a simple breastplate?
The one that costs 400 gold, 14 plus dex modifier.
Is that a breastplate +1? I assume you've looked it up.
No, it's whatever the base one is.
The base breastplate I thought was 8. Oh, yeah, maybe it is 400. I don't have my PHB in front of me.
I do. I'll look it up now for you.
It's 400 gold, 14 plus dex modifier, no disadvantage to stealth, no strength, and it's 20 pounds.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard breastplate. So that's the normal breastplate, not a breastplate +1. Are you interested in purchasing that?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Take 400 gold out of your inventory.
Could I trade in my leather armor to get a discount?
You can, but the leather armor is only going to be worth like 5 gold.
He would only give me like 5 off or something.
Yep.
Hang on, how much was that leather armor?
It's like 5. What's
leather is 10 gold pieces.
Let me pull
I only got
up.
2 for mine.
I have a thing in Discord here with a basic shop. Hold on one second.
Wait, you said he had plate?
What's that?
Did he have plate armor?
He had leather. Vlad had leather armor.
No, the shopkeeper. He had plate available.
He did.
Then I'd like to trade in my chain for plate.
Okay. So he will buy your chain. Well, actually, let me deal with Vlad first.
Yeah. No. Seriously, just deal with Vlad and then deal with me.
So
I was just curious.
That's 1,500 gold pieces.
yeah. So Vlad, your breastplate will be 400 gold. He'll give you 9 for your current leather.
So I'll just do 391 off.
Yep, that sounds good. Take 391 out of your inventory. Put a breastplate.
And then
in
I
it,
can add that.
and take 391 out, and take your leather armor out as well. And then Norster, you want to buy some plate. That's 1,500 gold, less your chainmail, which would be 15. So you'd be 1,485 to upgrade to plate.
Yeah, I can't afford that.
Okay, sounds good. Would
While
anybody
this
else?
is going on,
What's
I presume it really is trying to help people. I'm just gonna go see if if I can be of use to her or anything.
Okay. Aurelia, do you have anything that you would like done?
Before I settle down for my long rest, I'm going to try and organize a party to go back to the town the following day and see what exactly needs to be done to restore the town.
Okay. Hold on off on that for just a moment. We'll because this day isn't over. I'm just letting you guys kind of tool around the camp, while before we move on to kind of the next chapter. So, would anybody else like to do anything, or do you have anything you'd like Conovar to do?
Jenks is going to try and steal the rapier since the Smith is so busy helping everyone else, but won't give Jenks the time of day.
Sounds good.
Just have Conover help me with the horses, make sure they're secured and safe and fed and watered.
Sounds good.
I know seahorses, but I can learn the proper ones, I suppose.
Jenks, give me a stealth roll and a sleight of hand roll. Okay. You might not want to do the sleight of hand since the stealth didn't work.
Oh. All
right. Unfortunately, in the chaos around the camp, you just couldn't find a good enough opportunity to kind of slip back behind the counter, behind Auger's counter, and so you found no reason to try to steal the rapier, which is good because if you had tried, you would have failed too. Anyway, anything else from anybody?
That's it.
Yeah,
No, I'm
Jenks
good.
is going to give the chain armor +1 to Bundiru
Sounds good.
since he has no use for it.
Bundiru, add chain armor +1 to your inventory.
Okay. So Vlad, you got better armor, correct?
Yeah.
Is the chain shirt better than what you have, or did you get something better than that?
Well, I can only wear medium armor.
Yeah, that's what the chain shirt is. Because I was going to talk to the blacksmith about, can a blacksmith modify chainmail to a chain shirt?
Yes, he could pull the chain out of it for you.
Well, my breastplate is +1 more than the chain shirt.
Okay, yeah, then.
Do keep in mind that the chain shirt is chain +1, so it would be basically the same as your breastplate.
Yeah, but he gets disadvantage on stealth and things from that. The breastplate doesn't have anything.
Right. You're looking
Yeah.
at chainmail though, not a chain shirt, which is medium armor, same as the breastplate.
Well, no, it says chain mail is under heavy armor and chain shirt is under medium.
Yeah, what Bundiru is suggesting to you is that you go to the blacksmith and have him modify the chainmail to just be a chain shirt.
Well, I already paid him and everything. I don't feel like going through my character sheet to change all that. So
Yeah, that's fine.
Sounds
okay,
good.
so can I sell my own or my old chainmail to the blacksmith?
Yep, you can. He gives you 15 gold.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
Dribbling on myself. So
I'll be
now,
honest,
you have that chainmail +1 Bundiru.
Okay.
And anything else from you folks?
Nope, I'm just helping the horses out.
All
Can I look at what the blacksmith has for great swords? Because you said he had a better one in the city. I just want to know if his price changed on it, maybe. Since we helped, maybe a little bit.
His price has not changed.
Huh.
So let's see.
How much was that great sword? Because you said it was a better made one. It was but it's a master sword.
Yeah, Mastercraft one. I don't have Mastercraft stuff on this list that I'm looking at. But it'll basically be +1. It's going to be somewhere around $1,000.
No.
Let me look it up. Unless that's too expensive for you.
Yeah, that's if it's over 1,000. If it's anything over 700, I'm not even gonna even think about it.
Yeah, I'm almost certain that it is over 700. Here we go.
Okay,
Looking
then.
at it.
well, you do have people you could ask to borrow money from in your party.
Oh, actually, I was incorrect. It is 350 gold.
And what is the bonus for it being?
It gives you a +1
Master.
to your attack rolls.
So it's +1 to damage or +1 to actually hit?
+1 to hit.
Okay. That would probably help. You said it's 350?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll buy it from him. Why not?
All right, sounds good.
Jenks is going to ask again about a rapier and expects an answer.
Yeah, now he seems to be done talking with everybody and has managed to look everything up. You were looking for a rapier +1?
Just, yeah, whatever good rapiers he has.
All right, so he has normal rapiers, which I'm assuming is not what you're interested in. And then he has probably the next thing that would be in your price frame is a masterwork rapier, which is 320 gold.
Does he have anything a little bit better?
Well, the next best thing that he would have, it's not really a rapier, it's kind of close though, is a rapier +1, which would be 2,320 gold.
I will take the other one.
All right, the masterwork one. All right.
Yeah, what is it, masterwork rapier?
Yep. Go ahead and take 320 gold out of your inventory.
All right.
So is it a master's or is it a masterwork?
Masterwork.
Masterwork.
I hope you guys are going to have enough to pay for keeping it.
I was
I still
thinking
have-
the same thing.
I have over 500 still. I'm good.
Okay. And so, anything else from anybody?
I think we're all sorted.
All right, I'll take your silence as sorted. So first things first, you're approached by the Lord of the City, and he wanted to come congratulate you on kind of being distinguished amongst the groups, more of you more so than others, some of you more so than others, for helping defeat the dragon. He apologizes to Bunduru for his thick-headed ballistae operators. He jokes a little with Conovar about the stories he heard from the sailors. He apologizes to Norster and Aurelia for not giving them more backup, and thanks them gratefully for grabbing the focus of the dragon so that more citizens could get away. He apologizes profusely to Jenks, who ended up being knocked out, he hears, and all of those kinds of things. And as a token of his appreciation for what the group has done, he provides to them a note of credit amongst the various stores and such here, to in the encampment as well as in the city, and as well as during a large ceremony which you could liken to like giving you the key to the city kind of thing. He tells you that there will be a monument erected in your honor when the new city is built and all of those kinds of things. But back to this memo of credit, because that's what everybody cares about. This memo of credit is worth $3,000 in goods and services at any vendor in town.
Each
Oh,
one of
nice.
us gets one of them?
Nope, the whole group does.
Oh, and we just happened to get it after we went shopping, right?
Of course.
Can
That's
I
up to
make
you
a
guys.
quick suggestion?
Sure.
The monument that goes up, I'm whispering to the gentleman now. I said, could you make it of a half-elf riding a dragon, for God's sake? For divine's sake.
We might be able to work something out like that. We might be able to work something out.
He didn't even come and say anything to me.
I know, that's why I pointed it out.
Oh, retcon. He stops by Vlad and says, compliments the amazing display of daring that it takes to jump on a dragon's back and start shooting into the back of its skull.
And then mutters, he's seen that movie.
I feel like I've seen that before. So
Knowing me, my next time I'll jump into its mouth instead.
yeah, right. So anyway, you guys have a letter of credit from the mayor for $3,000 in goods and services, The knight, he kind of moves on. He goes and does his big speech to the town about how they'll rebuild and all of these kinds of things. You guys are kind of distracted with your various visiting of vendors and those kinds of things. At some point, too, the guildmaster of the Craftsmen's Guild stops by and says he knows that a number of his men said that they would stop by the hold and fix it up and all of those kinds of things. And he too gives you guys a letter of credit for 5,000 gold worth of renovations and furniture and those kinds of things. It seems as though Norster rolling insight on him and getting a critical success, it seems as though he's so grateful because while the dragon was pummeling Norster, it was missing the Craftsmen's Guild building, which seems relatively unscathed. This gentleman will also be the gentleman that helps erect the statue in your honor. He stops by and does that. And is there anything you guys would like to say to him or the mayor kind of as you're milling around?
I'd like to say to the mayor, I'd like to have a hand in helping rebuild the docks and the fishing business down there. I'd like a.
He would be absolutely thrilled for your help in that venture.
And I'd like to fund some of the repairs and things as well for to get some, like to fund get an amount within that business and turnover as well.
All right. He says it's a little early to tell, but I can definitely hook you up with the right people. There's this guy Roe, who is in charge of the docks. He's a great guy. I'll have you talk to him. And his second man is or right hand man Butch is probably the one to talk to.
All right. I'll giggle and say I look forward to meeting them.
All right. Sounds good. All right. You guys all ready to bed down for the night?
Can I talk to the guildmaster and tell him I can help them with any stonework that they need also?
That sounds good. He says I would be super happy if you would help out with this job. I imagine it would reduce the cost greatly.
Okay. Anytime, just let me know.
All right, sounds good. Anything else before you guys go to bed for the night? I'm gonna take that silence. Oh, Morala's saying something. What's up, Morala?
That's it. I'm ready to bed down.
All right, sounds good. So you guys, each go to your respective tents and bed down for the night for a long rest to come out the other side. And in the night, Norster has another dream. Not really a dream, a feeling. That a sense of satisfaction from his deity as he's accomplished his goal at hand. And he kind of sits up out of bed and smiles to himself. And he looks across the room to his shield. Your shield is wooden, correct? Or is it metal, Norster?
Mine should be a metal shield.
It should be okay, it's a metal shield. Can you describe your shield in slight detail?
Yeah, it's round, and it has my deity's symbol, and also the my oath of vengeance printed on the backside that I can always read.
Okay, and so you've you kind of sit up and you're smiling to yourself in your bed, and you look at your shield, and typically you consider yourself a man of not necessarily squalid living, but nothing particularly flamboyant, right? And so your shield is pretty typical iron and steel, maybe with a little bit of silver here and there. But as you're kind of looking across the room at your shield, your deity symbol just kind of subtly glows for a second and becomes gold. And so now it's a very fine gold inlay in the shield. You kind of go over to investigate it, you pick it up, you hold it, and you feel as though your shield is just more effective now in combat. And so what that means out of character to you is you now have a +1 shield. Your shield is blessed by your deity. So that should increase your AC by 1.
Mm-hmm. It did.
So there you go. That's Norster kind of bedding down. You go back to bed with a slight smile on your face, and you feel rather content with how the events of the day have gone. So you guys sleep through the night. You wake up. It's rather uneventful throughout the night, giving the harrowing, kind of dragon fight during the day. You're quite happy to just have a normal morning, normal breakfast. You kind of mill about and do your things. You guys pack up and ostensibly probably go back to Lisa's hold, or what would you like to do now?
Go back to Lisa's hold.
All right.
I would at least, because I need to.
I'm staying. I'm just going to keep helping as much as I can.
Sounds good. And that actually sounds very similar to what happened when we were decorating it on Tuesday. So let's go back to Lisa's hold as a group, unless anybody else would like to stay behind. We'll say for a moment that you guys.
Wait, was I supposed to add any gold to my?
Well, we've got 8,000 gold in credit. Can we just stick it in a party fund for the moment and then sort it out later?
Yeah, that's
wait, we got golden credits, so can I buy that plate mill now?
It depends on what the party decides. The party got 3,000 in Universal credit and 5,000 in the Craftsman's Guild credit.
Yeah,
it's only
We
a
need
short
to fix
walk
up
back
the
to
keep
camp.
first.
You could pop back to the camp anytime, I'd imagine.
Yep, you guys can travel anywhere
Okay.
between these
Let's
3
do
points,
that then,
right?
because I do need some new armor. I need to get out of this chain.
Indeed. I don't know if the party's into you spending half of what they just made on plate mail.
Nope.
Well, actually, it's not going to be half
No.
because I'll be
Let me
putting up.
Let me take a quick. You also have an in between too. You have splint mail, which is one better than the chain mail you're in, and that's only 200 gold.
Wait. What is better than chain?
Splint. Yeah.
That'll give me another +1.
Yep.
All right, let's do. I can actually afford that myself, so let's do that.
Okay. I assume you want to sell the chain, so that'd
Yes.
be less 15 off the price. So the splint mail would cost you 185. So take 185 out of your inventory and give yourself split mail.
Okay. Cool.
I forget what the AC is on that, but it's in the PHB near the beginning.
It's a 17 for splint.
There you go.
Cool.
So it's technically the same as the armor I have now.
Yes.
If I was to upgrade that too. So I have +1 chain.
Except you need a higher strength than chain mail.
Oh, I'm proficient and I'm dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have all proficiencies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are going to head back to Lisa's hold. Where are the players? Let's bring you downstairs.
All right, give me 1 second because Peaches just threw up on the floor behind me.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay, you get advantage on cleaning it up.
I'm not sure we need MX for this next part.
Okay, let's buy everything.
Well, let's keep trucking.
So, as people are aware, let me go ahead and make sure that I zoom out. This is Lisa's hold. This is where our adventurers have returned to. This is their home. And it is fully decked out. Here we are. 24 hours later, the craftsmen come by and they hook everything up. They make this place look amazing. And then about a week later, you guys get your bill for how much this costs. And it is 8,574 gold pieces. What would
Sorry,
you
I
like to
just-
do?
I
There's
just-
a messenger.
That's a lot of silence.
I just blacked out for a minute then. What was that?
There was a messenger.
Yeah. There goes all our credit.
8,574. There you go.
So
Tell
there's
'em-
another 3,500 extra. Half the 5,000.
Well, ostensibly, you guys might have the rest of that gold amongst each other.
Well, we had the one that was 3,000.
Yep. You
From
can
the mail.
you could probably turn in the. By the way, this is after the discount. It was 10,000 and change, but Bunduru managed to knock 2,500 off that basically.
Hey.
So it's actually minus 5,000 equals 3,574.
But we still have the other
Okay.
3,000 credit.
Yeah. So
You do have a 3,000 credit in goods and services from town.
Well, I'll tell the little messenger guy this is all we can afford right now, and hand him the 5,000 and the 3,000.
Gotcha. You don't have 574 amongst the three of you?
Nope.
What's that divided by 6? Anyone
No,
got a
we don't
calculator?
have that. I tell him we don't have that right now, and I send him away.
Can you roll persuasion? Or no, deception. I'm sorry.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Pretty much.
How smart is he?
He's not he's not persuaded away. He's like
He works as a messenger boy. He's not that smart.
he's like, look, if I don't come back with all of the money, 8,574 gold coins, my boss is gonna kick my ass. So you better get me something.
Ask him who's his boss.
Who's his boss? The guild master of the Craftsman's Guild.
Jenks hides.
You can't do a roll and then tell me.
I know.
Does anyone else have an abacus on them at all? What's how much is
yes,
it left over
I'm
and what's it
looking at
divided
my
by 6?
abacus right now. Give me a moment.
The messenger pulls one out of his pocket. He's like, what do you want me to calculate?
574 divided by 6.
It's basically 95.66.
Yeah,
Gold
call it
per-
95 from each of you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm happy with that.
What's that? You're not doing that?
I said I'm happy with that, as long as everyone else is.
All right, so minus 100 from whiskey. Take that out of your inventory. You owe 474. Or I'm sorry, not 100. Minus 95 is, oh my god, math. Math is hard. 574.
Hang on,
Excuse me.
is everyone else gonna jump in with this or not?
I think you should pay all of it.
479. That's what you have left.
Yeah, I thought you might say that.
I'll pay 95 also.
All right, so Morala pays 95. We have 384.
I will too, I guess, even though I saved us $2,500.
Ooh, slam. Down to 289.
I'll pay, sure.
All right. Down to 194.
And Jinx is gonna pay the rest.
Jenks is gonna pay
Bullshit.
The rest. You get a little extra loot there.
Yeah, lots
Yeah,
of
I
extra
earned that
loot.
loot. I earned it. Jenks will pay us 95.
Stealing is not earning.
All right. Which leaves Norster with the final bill of 99. We'll see what he says at the end of that. This guy just stands here tapping his foot. Can't you just loan your buddy the money and get it out of him later? One of you 5 people?
Who is it?
I'll pay the extra 4 gold. That way he only has to pay 95.
Well, so if Morala pays the 4 gold, that brings us to 95. He's still going to stand there tapping his foot.
I'll
Alright,
front the
I will-
99.
I will front the 99, and I'll get it back from Northster later.
All right, sounds good. Norster owes Morala $95. So it seems.
Well, he doesn't know how much he owes her. Could be more.
Right? That's approached like a true shady bastard. So the messenger continues on his way. Your hold is all good to go, well and paid for. It will cost you folks about 400 gold per month to maintain
I'm
this
back.
place. How's it
Oh,
going,
good
MX?
lord.
You owe Morala 95 gold.
I do?
She fronted your share of what was left on the bill.
Oh, well, I can actually just take that out right now.
Sounds good. Feel free to settle up with each other. This place will cost you 400 gold per month to run. I'm going to just net that out of your. This is out of character a little bit. I'm going to net that out of your loot, basically, so you don't have to worry about it. It is suspiciously understaffed, though.
Yeah.
Need more merchants.
I want to hire Alyssa to see if she'll work here.
Okay.
Oh, god damn it.
How much does that cost?
He can get a good discount.
That was Harambe that asked that, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
You broke up a little bit. I would say you invite Alyssa along. She's like, well, I don't really have a place to go. And
I want to take her upstairs and show her my hay pile.
Jesus Christ.
So she let me actually go upstairs and clear up the
When you walk in the room, do you just go, hey?
she says that she would be willing to come along with you free of charge, as long as you'll be by her side.
I changed my mind.
What's that?
Oh, commitment issues.
I changed my mind.
You change your mind. You don't want her to come in here. You're like, no, I'm good. All right.
Can I talk to Augur about moving here with his blacksmithiness?
Sure. You want to offer him a place to set up?
We don't really have a forge, though, I guess.
Well, he knows how to set up a forge, I tell you what.
Okay, so do I roll like persuasion? Maybe?
It depends on what you want to set up. I would say Augur is actually quite interested in moving back to the hold with you, and setting up there, as long as he can run a business out of there.
You don't have a problem
Tell
with
him
that.
he can run the business out of here and will only take 15% of the profit.
It's actually not that bad.
Do me a favor and roll persuasion, Jinx.
Why I gotta be Jenks?
Hang on,
You take the cut.
You're bringing the blacksmith back to the hold.
Okay. He counters your offer with 10%.
Take it.
Yeah, we take it.
Okay.
Makes the math easier too.
Yep. Okay. So Augur is going to, over the course of the next week, start moving in. We're going to have to move somebody out of something. But we'll figure that out.
Also, I was kidding. Let's bring Alyssa in.
You what?
I was kidding before about not bringing Alyssa.
Oh, okay. So you want to bring Alyssa. Do you want to... Well, we'll figure that out later, too. So you bring along Alyssa? Okay. Sounds good.
Just as housekeeping and whatnot.
It sounds good. And she's perfectly willing to do that for free as your maiden.
Huzzah.
Huzzah! All right, anybody else?
I would like to take a closer look at the 3 horses I rescued and figure out what kind of horses we've got. You know, are they riding horses, war horses, draft horses?
Can I assist if
and
she
get
needs to
an
roll
idea
because I've
how
been doing it
just-
today?
You know, what kind of condition are they in? Are they nags? Are they fine horses?
I'm going to
What
say...
did I get?
So I just rolled a d20, and anything above 12 would have gone to you. But what happens is, as you're hanging out in the camp with the horses, the stable master stops by, and he's like, "What are you doing with my horses? Thank God for saving my horses!" Oh my gosh! So there, one of them was a workhorse, and 2 of them were war horses. Or did I say war? I meant workhorse. 1 workhorse, 2 war horses. There we go. Words are hard. He collects them up and drags them off to a temporary stable.
I'm going to negotiate with him for a reward for rescuing those horses, because if I hadn't rescued them, they'd be dragon chow.
That sounds good. Go ahead and roll a persuasion roll.
I'm not giving up those horses easily, especially the war horses.
Right?
Those are war horses.
Mm-hmm.
What is a stable master? They obviously are not his.
He's.
Can I assist because I've been helping Aurelia with them?
From what I understand, you're down by the docks.
Yes, I am. Sorry. Carry on.
Okay, so he's like, you know what? You make a solid point. I am willing to give you 1 of the war horses, as long as you promise to take very good care of it.
It's going to be a pampered baby.
Sounds good.
It might be dinner when it gets cold in the winter.
No, this is my horse. You are not eating my horse.
Sounds like something you guys will have to work out later. All right. Does anybody else have anything else they'd like to do?
On stream, no.
On stream, no. Okay, so as you're back at the hold, kind of hanging out, kind of recovering from your wounds. You've had a couple of days of long rest. You've been back and forth to town. You've been helping with reconstruction, which is going to take months. You hear a knock at the door on the keep.
Hello?
Jenks is gonna sneak down and see who it is, sneakily.
Okay. So Jenks kind of sneaks down through the war room window and hangs out by some vines and looks out over the door. And he sees a single humanoid-looking figure standing at the door and knocking and just kind of looking at the door, waiting for a response.
I'm gonna
I,
sneak up behind him.
Can I join Jenks at the door and cast?
Jenks is not
Divine
at the door.
Sense.
He's like hanging from the side of the
Alright.
building.
Then I'll walk
Okay, I'd
down
like-
to the door and do Divine Sense.
Okay. So as you're divine sensing, not only do you get nothing, but just strangely nothing. No soul, no life, no anything.
It's going to be the trickster again.
Jenks is
Yeah.
gonna sneak up behind him.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll. So you go to sneak up behind him, and you're really stealthy. So you think, and as you're right up behind him, his head spins around 180 degrees, and then his body spins around, and a hand comes out, and he grabs you by the shoulders, and he goes, "What are you doing?" In a very android voice. "What are you doing?"
Oh god, it's Scott.
Um,
Do you have a response?
I'm gonna yell, "Help!"
Help! And he's like, "I'm not here to harm you.
Then why are you here?
I'm here to seek your help.
With what?
I come on behalf of my lady, who needs the help of a party of adventurers."
And your lady is.
Help with what? And who's your lady?
Who's my lady? She's the lady of the keep. Her name is Adarissa.
Oh god.
I knew it was Scott.
It's not Scott. It's Sir Baronbot.
Oh, okay.
Dear Lord.
I'm saying,
My name is Florence.
Oh, God, it is Scott.
Oh god.
I think we need to bring him in and have this conversation in the.
I'm gonna slip my
appropriate
dagger
room.
out of my pocket
Okay.
and then like get it to his throat.
Up to Scott's throat?
Yeah, he still got me, doesn't he?
This unit is Scott. He sets you down and he's like, "This is the proper way to treat you."
Yeah, we can't treat all our visitors like this.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell him I've never heard of this Adarissa.
I think you are correct. I don't believe that this world is our world. None of these landmarks look familiar to me, and I have quite the database of landmarks. May
I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him what's wrong with him
I am
because I'm
not.
pretty sure Jenks has never seen a robot.
I am not an organic unit.
I ask him what that means.
I am not like you.
I
Can
ask
I,
if he's an elf or something.
Can I do a charisma roll? And,
What would you like to do?
just get his attention, do a charisma roll, and break him out of his whatever the hell he's.
He's a robot.
Yeah, are you interested?
Monosyllable answers.
He's an automaton. This conversation is being logged.
Exactly. Can I use a charisma roll to break that?
To break what?
His like his loop.
I think he's just waiting for you to invite him in.
I'll open the door.
Okay, sounds good. He does the same 180 thing where his head spins around. He kind of like takes his hands off Jenks and like his body reconfigures and he's facing forward towards the door now. He's like, "Hello, may I enter?"
I'll do a charisma roll and say hi.
A charisma roll. I'm not sure you need to do a charisma roll. It's just kind of like a hi, how you doing? And he's like, "I'm fine, thank you. This conversation is being logged."
Jenks is gonna poke him in the back with his
Can
rapier.
Can
Kinda
I
like
show him
a
my
prodding
tattoo
poke.
and ask him if his data banks recognize any of the writings on it?
He looks at it and his eyes kind of glow a little bit, and you see like lasers. It's kind of like scan your arm.
Oh God.
And he tilts his head a little bit, and he's like, "I require some time to compute this. I will let you know."
Okay.
Jenks taps him with the rapier in the back, and he just hears a little metal clang. Ting, ting, ting.
Jenks is gonna pull up his shirt.
You pull up his shirt, and you can see right through a mesh of gears and wires to Norster.
Jenks faints.
Sounds good.
Can I lay on hands on Jenks to get him up? Tell him to be a man.
Sure, you lay on hands, but there's no response. It's not like he's injured. He's just fainted.
Slap him. Strength
Literally
roll.
just unconscious.
Can I peek around the corner and take a look at the situation happening?
You're not peeking up his skirt.
Not up his skirt. I said around the corner.
All right, so you peek around the corner toward looking out the door, and you see this automaton.
Do I know anything? Do I roll like a history roll for that so I know anything about them?
Sure, go ahead and roll history for me.
I mean, you have the best chance at this.
Oh God.
You have never seen an automaton before in your life.
Lies. I'm a dwarf.
This isn't a dweemer.
Come on. Elder Scrolls lore here.
Yeah, this is an Elder Scrolls.
Come on.
Alright, I want to talk to him and see what he wants.
Can I engage in conversation with him in celestial speak?
Sure.
How can something without a soul?
You start
Speak
to
I
celestial.
have no idea. I mean, he's just something that we've never seen before.
You
I
start
have
to
no
speak in
idea.
Celestial, and he's like, "That language does not compute. This conversation is not being logged."
Does he understand it?
No.
He doesn't.
Can I ask him what languages he knows?
I know what you call your common, and I also know the language of binary.
What the hell's binary?
Binary?
Jenks wakes back up.
It's the type of bird, isn't it? The binary, or is that?
I know the languages of on and off, and electricity,
Beep boop. Boop.
electrons, the bleeps and bloops.
Jenks picks up his shirt again.
Okay, and you look right through at Norster, and then you see Bundiru peeking his head around the door.
I'm gonna yell, "What is this?"
I am an automaton. I am an automaton.
Can I do an insight roll to make sure that
I impressed him with my bagpipes.
Nice roll there. Go ahead and do insight. And what are you trying to insight? It doesn't matter. You're just getting
doesn't
nothing
matter?
off this
I'm
thing.
just getting nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing inside.
All right. I'll just invite him further on into our hold where we have more.
Does he have
backup.
like moving parts?
Oh yeah.
Jenks is gonna poke at him with his dagger.
The moving parts?
Yep.
All right, you stick your dagger kind of like inside and like hit a fan or something, and it goes bzzzt against your dagger, and he clutches his chest and falls over for a second and gets back up,
God.
and he's like, "What happened? It seems as though one of my heat processing units has overloaded.
We're fucked.
Everything seems fine now." And then he follows Norster, who I guess is inviting him in.
Yeah, I'm inviting him in all the way in because I need the backup of Carnivore and Lilia.
Jenks is going to summon Sapphire.
Okay. So you tap the ring, the gem on the ring 3 times, and Sapphire crawls out from a nearby potted plant and jumps up on your shoulder and purrs a little bit.
I pet Sapphire and I ask him what that thing is.
What the hell is this I'm witnessing?
Have you never seen an automaton before? They're quite prevalent. This one seems to be rather advanced, possibly even sentient. I was just talking in the automaton voice. Whoops.
I'm going to ask him if it's bad.
Automatons are neither bad nor good. They do what they're programmed to do.
And I'll ask Sapphire if he's heard of Lady Hadarissa.
Never heard of her before in my life. And I've been around for like 1,500 years.
Divine presence.
You got
Sense.
nothing,
Divine sense.
especially the unit named Florence.
I'm talking about that damn cat that is
Oh.
suddenly talking to Jenks.
The cat is not divine, although it does have a soul.
Hunter's mark on Jenks.
On Jenks.
What does that mean?
All right, you're marked. It means that
Do I know I'm marked?
I don't think you do.
You have to roll a Constitution saving roll to find out if you're marked.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's 8 plus his modifier towards it. See if you can beat it. So I'd imagine you're probably around 16.
Go ahead and roll a Constitution.
16?
I think so.
Doesn't that require blood?
It doesn't really matter. You have no idea you're marked. Basically, Hunter's mark allows Norster to know where you are within a certain distance. I think it's like a mile.
And that cat, what is that cat considered? Is that a beast?
Cats are beast, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna track that cat whenever he disappears and see where the hell it goes.
All right, sounds good.
Told you it's up his butt.
Yeah, good luck tracking that.
All right, so would you folks like to do anything?
Yeah, I'd like to continue this conversation. Am I still in the keep, or am I still down at the docks?
I would imagine you've come back to the docks by now.
1 second.
Okay, I've been just listening, sort of standing to one side, watching this engage, and then I'll just say, what is it that this lady Adarissa wishes of us?
Well, we're not quite sure. All of a sudden, our keep just appeared in this world, and we don't know why or with what weird power or anything like that.
We need. I look at Norster and say, do you think this is in regards to what you told us about your deity talking to you?
I do believe Norster stepped away for a second. He's just kind of daydreaming right
Oh
now.
god, what is that?
That's the cat.
Oh lord.
It sounds like he who shall not be named is messing with us some more.
That looks like Iron Man.
I know.
Oh,
It's
no,
the best
he's,
it was the best I could do.
The gods are at war, remember, so they're being plotted around, dragged into it, and Dainshek asked for help resolving it. So we need to find out if Lady Arissa is neutral, good or evil or what first, I'd imagine. This is where we need, or you, can you maybe consult your deity, seek some inside information?
I'm going to go to my altar in my room and see if I can contact Yankek and see if there's something that we can do to help these people get back where they belong.
Okay. So you disappear and go basically pray.
Yes.
As she leaves, can I yell at her and just basically any information on this lady Adarissa as well, if there is any.
Oh, believe me, that will be part of the prayers.
Thank you.
As a quick out of character thing, deities don't typically talk in straightforward ways.
Oh, well, I know that.
Yeah, I guess I was explaining that to Whiskey / Conovar. Deities don't really speak in straightforward ways, so she doesn't really know what information she'll glean. It's not like you can ask a deity a question. A deity bestows upon you what they would like.
Okie dokie.
Jenks is going to ask the robot where his keep is.
He responds, well...
To the south.
Actually, it is to the north of here, and not more than, say, 14 to 20 days north of here.
All right,
Once
let's go.
again,
It seems like an awful far journey. What's in it
Yeah.
for us?
I am unsure. I was just told to come visit you. I was told that you could help me with my problem.
Well, if you can't help us, go back from whence you came.
Okay. I will consider that.
I say, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, yes.
Hold on. My deity is the dwarven god of creation and knowledge.
Mhm.
So can I get some, like, maybe try to take some insight into if he maybe knows something about this, since he is a god of knowledge, maybe something that could help us in this situation? And
He
see what's
won't
going-
speak out to you immediately, but if you go back and pray, you may have some sort of divine sense, like something
Okay.
similar to what happened to Norster or what Aurelia is currently trying to do.
Okay.
Conovar looks at the group and says maybe we should have this conversation in private and have a sleep in it, maybe. See what our attitudes are in the morning.
Jenks
Maybe we
says,
could
I
ask-
don't think we should leave this thing wandering around the keep.
No,
You're
definitely
right.
not.
He
We'll ask
looks
you
right.
to leave.
He looks at Jenks and says, I have no intention of staying.
Well, there's the door.
Okay.
Or can you come back at noon tomorrow?
I could. I will go stay in the encampment to the southwest of here. I will return at noon tomorrow and discuss our problems with you. And he starts to exit.
Okay, I would like to
Shoot him in the back.
follow at a discreet
Shoot him
distance.
in the
Just
back.
follow him back to the encampment and then maybe watch him for a couple of hours just to see what he's doing there.
Sure. He just goes back to the encampment. I assume you follow him. Do me a favor and roll a stealth check. He has no idea you're there. And so you
Okay.
manage to follow him all the way back to the encampment, completely undetected by him or other things. And he just goes and he stands next to one of the guard posts and just basically stands there for as long as you're willing to watch him.
Okay. I'm going to approach the blacksmith as well while I'm there, actually, and see if my order's ready.
He looks at you and he laughs, and he's like, "No, it's that's going to take a long time to make."
Right, okay.
All right. Anything else you guys want to discuss? What just happened?
Norster is going to stare at his forearm and at that too, and try to examine what in the hell the difference between what this thing just said compared to what he has written on his tattoo.
All
He's going
right.
to do that in his room at
Do
this
you-
altar.
You shared that with the other folks.
Yeah, everybody knows what is on my tattoo. I shared that with the rest of my group.
I'm going
I'm
to
just going to tell them.
really.
I'm just going to
quickly-
go to. Yeah, I'm just going to figure out what in the hell the connection between what just happened and my tattoo.
Jenks laughs and says, why would someone get a tattoo when they don't even know what it means?
It was not my choice, Jenks. This tattoo appeared, and the ink is surprisingly heavy in the veins.
Carnival's quickly going to go back to the blacksmith because he has an inkling that maybe he's not got the gist of what he wanted. So he's going to just stay there and discuss.
Yeah, this tattoo was not something that I expected. It was something that was bestowed upon me.
So someone gave you a tattoo and you didn't even notice?
It happened spontaneously. It just appeared.
And you didn't even see the person do it?
There was no person doing it. It was
There was a
written
person.
by divine hands.
Jenks laughs and walks away.
Okay.
So, and to recap what that is, it says, "From another world to keep, sound of conflict bellows, a taken item deep. Go and fetch your fellows. He who slithers southern knows its buried place. Sixfold lustered lantern marks the spot you'll face."
Go east.
Look at the first line.
What
Get
about the
through.
first line?
From another world to keep. Anagram from the keep coming from another world.
Mm-hmm. A sound of conflict bellows, the bellowing of the horn.
Kill Florence.
He who slithers southern, though. But why are we going north if it's slithers southern?
Maybe it's something from the north is coming south.
Okay, so
Or maybe it's you. You slither because you're Serpent Helm. You are the enemy. I figured it out.
No, I can't be the enemy. I'm a
well,
paladin.
Scott said he came from the keep, which is north, so he basically came southern.
He did.
So he may know the very place of something.
He just
Or
bought
maybe-
it his way here, though. Bought.
Or maybe it was a dragon because it fled back north. So maybe it originally came from. Maybe it originally came from the north and came south.
Did the dragon go north?
We don't know. Well, I mean,
The dragon
dragon
after the
did go
battle
north.
flew off north.
Yeah.
So if it's
Looks
coming
like
from
our,
whence he came,
yeah, it looks like our Destiny's North boys and girl.
Jenks asks what's in it for us.
Sometimes just helping people.
There's nobody to ask that, Jenks.
Survival.
we'll have to discuss that within the next.
Jenks says
You're
that
asking me.
we can survive here.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z's.
Well, Jenks,
Jenks starts the spirit bomb.
I am heading off to bed, Jenks.
And so Norster goes off to bed. Aurelia, who is praying, prays to her deity. Bunjuru sounds like he is praying to his deity, correct?
Yes.
And then everybody else continues off to bed.
Well,
I'm gonna go pray.
I'm at the camp. I'm having a little argument with the blacksmith. It seems that he's completely misunderstood what my order was. So I'm gonna sort that out and then return to the keep.
Jenks is gonna tell Sapphire about the dragon.
He's rather adamant that so I'm gonna do whiskey here first. He's rather adamant that your note was very clear on what you wanted. He just needs time to do it, and he gives you a look of kind of disgust. He's like, you do realize that a town was just completely annihilated, correct?
Yeah, asked to see the note, and because I might have gave him the wrong one, maybe.
The one
But
for
we'll leave it at.
the one for the silver amulet, right, or locket?
Yeah, we'll leave. Okay, don't worry.
Okay. So anybody else want to do anything before bed?
Jenks is gonna tell
Norster is
Sapphire
done.
about the dragon.
All right. And Sapphire takes a moment to pontificate about her experiences with various dragons throughout the years. They're rather devious things. They're sentient, right? They're oftentimes more cunning than any of the humanoids that you see around the world. But man, they're motivated by gold. I tell you what.
Jenks asks Sapphire if she thinks his gold is safe.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really have enough to really interest a dragon.
Jenks is offended.
That's fine. I don't really care. You're not going to last very long compared to how long I've been around. I have no desire to impress you.
Your cat's kind of a dick.
It really is, isn't it?
Yep. Just kind of disinterested, like a vampire. would
Cats
do.
That's what you
are
get for not being a
aloof
Bruges.
from human affairs.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
something you've got to understand about them. It's not that he's being a dick, that's just he's being a cat. It's what he is.
That's how that works. All right. You want to call it here and say everybody goes off to bed? And we'll maybe hear from some deities next time. And we have in episode 5, what are they going to do? Are they going to go north? Or are they going to go back to town? Are the blacksmiths going to be around? All sorts of fun questions. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all that jazz. Thank you very much. These will be up on YouTube in about a week. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Good night.